Here are 9 interesting things caught on Dashcam that aren't related to bad driving. Be sure to watch the whole thing because I included a nice treat toward the end. And I finally hear evidence of people. Clip 1. Every year, the Blue Angels pays the Bay Area a visit with a series of air shows. So, if you're going to be stuck in traffic on the Bay Bridge, you may as well be treated to a front row seat viewing. Okay, maybe a back row seat, but a show nonetheless.
Nonetheless, back then they had the old planes, the real loud ones. So the planes were right behind. They were right behind the office over there.
Oh.
And it was so cool because I'd roll up and park my car, and it would...
Clip 2. In quite an impressive feat, I've never seen an acorn bounce so high. Not only that, but it avoided our car entirely. Clip 3. It's always interesting seeing helicopters do the heavy lifting. This one seems to be firefighters doing training for bucket drops. Being proactive is great, as California has seen a major uptick in devastating wildfires. Clip 4. The silliest things mesmerize me. These planes and their contrails make a perfect cross in the sky. I just couldn't stop looking at it. And no, I don't believe in the chemtrail conspiracy theory. These are just jet planes at a high altitude in nearly saturated air, with their exhaust creating water droplet or ice crystal condensation trails. Clip 5. I decided on my day off to do a little storm chasing. There was forecast to be major thunderstorm activity, and possibly even a tornado or two. But as you can see, convection is limited, with a stable air mass just above the stratocumulus cloud tops. Thus, thunderstorms have a harder time forming in these conditions. But that's okay. I pulled over to get some beautiful pictures of these clouds. The day turned out to be a bust, but at least I came away with a relaxing drive and the scene of an incredibly colorful sky. Clip 6. This is the most beautiful drive my wife and I have done in a very long time. On our way to a distant errand, on an extremely cold winter morning, we were treated to quite a colorful spectacle. The sun coming up is casting its golden light on these canyon hills, with color contrast against the backdrop of a crystal blue sky filled with a broken deck of altocumulus clouds, with the sun's light hitting the clouds just right. Let's enjoy a little of this. Clip 7. Someone blew a head gasket. Clip 8. Our dashcam overhears us dissing our hometown. I think in some ways I like Vacaville more than Napa. because they actually have stuff here.
Oh, yeah. No, Vacaville is like for the people. Napa is for the tourists.
Yeah. But it's true. Napa's become less for the locals and more for the tourists.
Tourist trap. Fucking tourist trap.
Clip 9. We just had a big and cold storm come through, and it dumped snow on our mountains. It never snows on the lowlands of California. You usually have to go above 5,500 feet to find snow in the winter. But this time, the snow level came way lower than usual, so seeing snow on the surrounding hills around the Napa Valley is pretty rare. Knowing what just happened, I got up way before sunrise and packed up my hiking gear to hit our highest mountain, Mount St. Helena. The mountain you've seen in the background of so many of our videos stands at 4,342 feet. Seeing this much of the mountain crowned in snow is not a common sight, and on this morning, I was gonna hike it. As I draw closer, the freshly rising sun clips the top of the mountain with its golden rays of light. The trailhead for the hike is about halfway up the mountain, but long before I get there, I'm already entering the snow zone. Getting closer to the trailhead. Depending on which peak of the mountain you hike to, it's a 9 to 10 mile hike. And here I've reached the top. Alright guys, here's the view from the top of this very snowy mountain. Looking down the Napa Valley. I don't know if you can see that very well. Yeah, you can see a little bit. Pretty cool. Everything's frozen up here. Looks like the surface of a different planet. Just looks so exotic and very cold. Okay, I'm getting off this mountain now. Amazingly, I was the only one on the entire mountain from the time I started the hike to when I was filming this. So beautiful. Hiking through a thick layer of fluffy fresh powder requires more physical exertion than one might expect. I'm sick with the cold and I feel run down. But I did this 9-mile hike anyway because I'm weird like that, and I was absolutely determined to come up here and see the snow, since we don't see snow much in the Bay Area. Actually, we never see snow in the Bay Area. Just on the mountain here, you know, 3 or 4 times a year. So this is a rare sight, and I was gonna do this hell or high water. Sick or not. Oh, that's really quite a view. Man, it sure is gorgeous. I'm glad I did this. And, you know, it's funny because people usually flock from all around the Bay Area to see this. Since again, snow is so rare in the Bay Area. And I'm the only one here. I'm actually really surprised. It does suck hiking in the freezing weather when you're sick with a cold and constantly having to blow your nose. And the cold air kind of makes that worse. But totally worth it though. Those are my footsteps when I was coming up. And you're hiking in thick snow and you're hiking uphill. It's challenging without trekking poles. You do get a really, really good workout. And I'm always down for a very intense workout. Ooh, those mountains over there are covered in snow too. I don't think I've ever seen snow on those ones. So I texted my friend, who also lives in Napa, a picture of this snowy scene here. And she's all, "Where is this? It's gorgeous. Are you in Tahoe?" I'm like, "Nope. No, I'm just 45 minutes away. I'm just north of Napa. Or north of Calistoga, I mean. I'm just surprised there isn't anybody up here. Like, really surprised. Man, people don't know what they're missing. Oh, just can't beat that. Like a Christmas postcard right there. But I know a lot of you guys watching are on the East Coast and you see snow all the time, and you know, this is nothing unusual for you. In fact, you probably get tired of seeing snow after the first week of having to dig your cars out, and getting snowed in, missing school, missing work, if you can't drive someplace. Yeah, these sunny sections are all going to be melted probably, within 2 days. And then the shaded sections, the snow's probably only going to last 4 or 5 days. You know, due to California's very mild climate, you know, it just doesn't get that cold here. Obviously colder at a higher elevation where I'm at, but it's still mild enough. You know, we're kind of close to the ocean, so this isn't going to stick around that long. Okay, this rock was not here when I hiked up. So it fell, I think it broke off from that. From right there. So it must have fallen and just slid or rolled or whatever. Right on my footprints too. Man. Yeah, that happened at just the right time, and I wasn't paying attention. That would have smashed my feet. And I finally hear evidence of people. Further down the trail there, I'm hearing some voices and people that seem to be excited about the snow. Okay, I'm a little lower down the mountain, and again, a view of the Napa Valley. Napa's down there somewhere. And over here. The mountain's a little lower down, but still have quite a bit of snow on them. Just hasn't melted off yet. I mean, the snow over there is not going to last probably longer than today. I am hiking back the steep way. That's really, really steep. You have to scramble over lots of rocks. Here's the view. Just an amazing view. And then right here, I'm standing at the edge of a gorge. Way down there. It's really popular with rock climbers. They like to scale the face of that enormous volcanic rock. So I'm going to continue my downward hike, and don't want to fall down that thing. Actually, almost back to the car. I might do a second hike, actually. I'm feeling energized from this first hike. Seen some people pulling over, taking pictures, building little snowmen, and I've decided to go for a second hike. There's another trail right over there that goes the opposite direction from the mountain, that goes along a ridge. So I'm going to take that trail and see how tired I get, because I've done 9 miles so far. So now I realize that I really should be home resting, you know, being that I'm sick with the winter bug and a bit run down. But this was just a little too good for me to pass up. I've hiked this particular trail probably hundreds of times, and I've never seen this much snow here on this trail. I'm down lower than I was on the mountain. Well, that's where I was an hour ago. Way up there. You can actually see the trail. Or one of them. Yeah. The snow is melting because we're not as high up. So there's some snow melt going on. In the summertime, this is where I've seen rattlesnakes. Okay, I'm heading back to the car now. I have done 11 miles now, and My legs are starting to feel a little bit tired. So, love to stay out here longer, but I'm ready to get back. Take a shower and work on the next video. That's right. I'm gonna go home and put together video number 39 for you guys. Yeah. Can't do that if I'm out here. So I'm gonna go home and do that. Put some Christmas movies on while I work. Well, guys, I am just about back to the parking lot. I have now done just about 12 miles. Will be 12 miles when I reach the parking lot. So I wrapped up this long hike and headed back. You can see how much snow had melted off the sunny side of the mountain and what was left on it after my hike, compared to when I started the hike hours earlier. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Alright guys, there's a lot more exciting content to come, so be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, drop a comment below, give us a thumbs up and share. Also, check out some of our other videos. Thank you for watching.